Hey everyone, welcome to the ServiceNow Star. I am Mohammed Kamal, your certified technical architect. On today's session, we'll talk about the ServiceNow Strategic Portfolio Management Project Form. There are different tabs out of the box that we can leverage or we can use for our managing project, and we'll take a look at all the different tabs within the ServiceNow project form, and we'll discuss what their benefits and what we can use out of those different tabs. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring in the ServiceNow platform here. So this is a project form what you can have, and the table name for the project is PM underscore project. Okay, PM underscore project is a project form. Now in this form, there are different functionalities that we can leverage. So the first thing here is we can create a project out of a template. That's one thing we can do out of the box, but that can be configured as well. Now what we do here in this session is we're going to create a test project for now. So let's go ahead and test one project, and then we're going to save it. So out of the box, there are fields that are required with asterisks here. So the project name is a required field, and there are some fields that are by default. Here we have an execution type, which you can change it to an agile or hybrid environment. So the out of the box is going to be a waterfall approach. Okay, and the state is pending as you created, and the calculation method is set to be automatic. We'll take a look at that. You can change this one to a manual as well, but it's always good to keep it as automatic. And description, it's very well to it's good to have the description of this project, and then we know this is a test, so we'll go ahead and save it. Here we have a couple of tabs that are there when you create your project. Initially, you can set also the project dates. The date is normally what you can go ahead and put here. For example, in this case, it's stacking the project dates. All right. So what is that? Is a planned duration. It's going to take the duration as 1 day, and then today is January the 6th, and it's going to put an approval start date, which is going to be on the 8th. Okay, these are set by the system. All right, and then next tab is about financial. So financial, planned capital, planned operational, and all that can be 0 from the beginning, but we can go ahead and set our planned capitals and also operational. For this test project, we'll go ahead and put a default 1 million for planned capital, and for operational it's somewhere around 50,000 we can keep. Okay, as we go ahead and save this project. Okay, now we saved it. More tabs could go ahead and open in this project, and we'll go ahead and discuss all those tabs in a moment here. All right, so first tab here is the dates tab. Okay, the dates usually these dates will have some kind of dates that can automatically be populated, so we need to make sure those dates are correct. Here you have the approved start date is set to be in 2 days, which is 0108. Okay, so and then the planned duration is looks like only 1 day. We can go ahead and set this one to a 10-day project. And now as you do that, the approval is gonna be in kind of 3 days from today. That's where is the final day to be approved. All right, so this is mainly about capturing the date, and then let's go to the details tab. Now, details tab will contain a bunch of other fields. So this is a project. You can relate one project to a portfolio or a program, which is possible by using this reference magnifying. So here is a portfolio. For example, if we go ahead and tie this one to an HR, we can go ahead and tie it to an HR portfolio. And also under that portfolio, also you can go ahead and tie it to a program. If you have any program, that is possible as well. Now, here is the risk field. This is really crucial. Later we can talk about the score because this risk is driving the, the risk for this project. Okay, by default it is low. Low means 4. The back end it is 4, so you have a risk of low, but this can be changed as well. So if I go ahead and open the score for the risk, you see that the risk score is set to be 4. Okay, now if we go ahead and change this one to a high risk project, we'll go ahead and save. But before that, you'll see that assignment group is a required field as we save the project for the first time. So I'll go ahead and save this to an Acme service that can go ahead and work on this test one project. And I say do that, we'll go ahead and change the risk is too high. And if you go ahead and open the score value here, now it's changing to be 6 from 4. It changed to 6. So that is where the risk score for this project is driven from. All right, let's go ahead and continue to talk about this tab, which is a details tab. It contains a priority where you can go ahead and set, because the portfolio managers usually when they do the budgeting, they need to compare it also by priority. And by default, you'll see that it has a 4 low. So this is, as a project manager, we can go ahead and move the priority of this project to be from critical to planning. So I'll go ahead and put it to as a moderate, 3 moderate. And the phase is really initiating and what department is going to work, and if there is any business unit for this project that need to be also set. All right, let's go ahead and save, and we can go ahead and talk the next step, which is the business case. Now, the business case is really critical because the business case is really show you some additional field why we need this project. Okay, what is the strategic priority, right? The strategic priority, that is also crucial to put it on your project. Okay. Another thing, you got the primary goal. If you're going to set for this project any goal, for example, out of the box, you have act with integrity, build a resilience project, all that can be tied. And there is also a business case, because these are really important for portfolio managers to go ahead and understand what your project really is. And based on that, they can compare which one require a higher, which will require a higher like budget, a higher priority, and so on. So this business case really captures the justification, okay, why we need this project, the justification, and also the risks and the challenge for this project, if there are any risks, okay, that can be captured, and also risk of not performing this project. So the business case tab really appear on the form once the project has been created. That's what we have seen. Okay, the business case, the financial was already there, and the score, those are the fields, those are the tabs that can go ahead and show. All right, so now let's move on to the financials. Financials, this is really important because as you go ahead and create your project, you have seen the financial informations are really important. So what we have here is the planned capital and operational, and you have that is the total planned cost, which is the summation of your capital and also operational costs. When you add up those two, you will have a total planned cost of 1,050,000. Now the benefit always need to be greater than the what is planned. Now let's go ahead and put 2 million here. Let's see if I can get it. Yep, 2 million, and I'm gonna go ahead and save. All right, so if I scroll down, there is a return of investment, which is 90%. Now, as I go ahead and do, I'm getting a little distracted here. All right, so now ROI, the return of investment, it looks like there's a 90%. So now this ROI is really important to determine your score, okay? Specifically your value, okay? Here we have the value, which is a 9. So because it's a really a great return of investment, and that can give you of the value of 9. So the better the value and the better the project will be. The higher the value is, the better the project will be. The higher the risk, in the less important that project is, because the risk is very high. So in this case it's 6. It's not bad, but the size of the project is also another critical, because the size, how many dollars you're going to invest on this project. Okay, that's also determine your size. So let's go ahead and show you the financial here. That's how much we're going to invest on this project, and that's the benefit. Okay, the planner return is that much, which is really really awesome project. Okay, now moving to the score, you got this tab, which is the score, and now the score is the average. Okay, you're going to add those three into, and then you will go ahead and divide it by the score. So this score tab, it captures your risk. Literally, you have your risk, your value, okay, value of your project, and the size, how big your project, how much you're going to invest on your project. All this information, sir, can also be entered manually. So you can see it's not read only. You can go ahead and add, and the average, which means you adding the risk, the value, and the size, add up and divided for 3 will give you the score of the project. Okay, so score really calculate based on your individual score of these 3 attributes, which is your risk score, your value, and also the size. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and move to the notes tab. Okay, so now this is really the audit tab, where you can go ahead and do your project. So you move your project from one state to another state. So you'll have some change that can be captured. For example, assigned to will be captured. If there is, attachment can be added to this project, the configuration item. So these are the fields. We can go ahead and configure this value, I mean this different field, in order to track them as they get changed. You can see here priority used to be low, and we are changing it to, it was already changed to 3 moderate. So that's captured, and who make that change also being captured. Similarly, we can go ahead and see, any change on the impact or attachment, or even the work notes can also be captured on this activity track tab. So it contains like a working notes, an additional comment made by the project manager over the course of running the project as well. So additional comment can also um, be here as well. All right, now let's go ahead and finish up by discussing the preference tab. So this preference tab is really important, because this allows project manager to set different predisposition for your project as a project manager. For example, if you want to allow, okay, a time card reporting on your project, this level, which is you have it right here, is project and project task. So you can allowing project and project task for your that can be created. And if you need to determine if the actual effort that field should be updated based on the hours entered on the time card, so this need to be a yes value right here. Okay, and calculation is automatic. What does that mean? So when you say automatic, the task dates are automatically updated to reflect the change dependencies or the child risk, the child task as well. Okay, that's what the automatic calculation really important. So these are some of the preference that we can go ahead and set it. Even the date field right here, project schedule date format need to be like that. You can put them in a date and time depending on your need, but the date is the default. Recalculate score on a project change is also a yes value. Sometime you might need to set it to no as well. Okay, that's pretty much covering what are the different tabs in project ServiceNow project form. The table name is PM underscore project. All right, so before we end this video, I'll go ahead and show you an important thing here. So we can come configure and then all. This show you all, the backend structures, which means any business rules or scripts. Okay, all that are tied to this project table, so you can go ahead and check. There are a lot of business rules, 191 business rules that are captured for this project form. There are client scripts that can work on, dictionary entries as well, dictionary overrides, notifications, only one notification. Interestingly, additional assignee list, whenever it's changed, it's going to send, and that's the only notification out of the box we have. There are 75 UI actions, the save, export to MS project, WBS list, and all that are there. So if you are looking to deactivate some of the UI action, you can do so as well. There are also access controls, the ACLs, 124, there are a lot, okay? So those are some of the things that you can set some rules there to make sure fields are read-only or only available to certain individual. When I say here is using those access control, you can control who can make edit to a given field or who can see or read, those can be set using an access control. UI policy, make fields read only, and all of that can be done using a UI policy, or making field is also required. Styling in a project, yes, the background color and everything can also be set here. All right, that's pretty much a project form. On the next one, we'll talk about some other additional strategic portfolio management. I want to say thank you so much for joining us. That was all for today. Your certified technical architect, Mohammed Kamal. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.